we'll be focused on paddle wheels, right? What are paddle wheels? Now, as you can see, these ponds, which ranges from quarter acre, half acre, 1 acre, 3 acre, 2 acre, very large ponds, right? Paddle wheels are a huge mechanical, what do you call it now? Impeller, all right, that actually turns it. Normally you have 3 or 4 on a long stretch, and it actually turns in the water, and this is propelled by energy that is coming from a source such as a turbine or a motor or somewhere something like that, right? The paddle wheel is used to oxygenate large pond areas. It's also used to um lift water up, I would say gentle to short height, right? Paddle wheels are great at oxygenating fish ponds such as these. Uh, However, paddle wheels do not tend to, what I call it now, oxygenate the base of the pond. So what you find is that most of the pond is aerated at the top, right? Well, the top of the pond is mostly aerated, right? Whilst the base, the lower part of the pond, is like in a doldrum, like, right? Uh, with regards to the energy, now paddle wheel can be, you can fix it so it can be using the same thing, like the same type of engine that you would use in a lawnmower, right? You can use it, so it be like electric, like you plug it into an electric source, and you can also use a paddle wheel in using batteries, right? A paddle wheel can be in the center of the pond, it can be at the side of the pond, it can be stationary or it can be buoyant, right? The problem with paddle wheel is that if you allow the paddle wheel to just move freely over the water, it will probably over time get stuck on the banks, the siding of the pond. So normally, fish farmers tend to tie the paddle wheel uh, in the opposite direction. So as it's actually paddling forward, it will be tied to a particular length out into the pond itself, and it would actually be like be there aerating the water. Now, it is expensive to have a paddle wheel running for 24/7 in Jamaica, a particular, right? So what some farmer actually do is to actually have a time schedule in which the paddle wheels are turned on. And you might be saying that what about the waste? What about filtration? What about the whole idea of managing, nitrites within the pond system? Now, uh, I shared with you a few videos ago that one of the key components of constructing the pond is that it is constructed with clay. Now, clay is a very excellent agent of actually managing waste. It manages nitrates, right? So with clay managing the pond waste, right? And at the end of the harvesting of the pond, what you find is that the pond is left dried for a few weeks, if not months, right? Before any other like preparation for another stock is done to that pond. What you find is that it gives the clay enough time, like I would say it gives enough clay enough time to rejuvenate, right? However, that is one of the key components on a low scale, doing a fish pond in Jamaica. Also, points to note that a large pond like this, you would not do water change, right? So a 1 acre pond with a lot of water coming in from the river, you would have water being pumped in and being pumped out, it depending on the circumstance, whether or not there are too much planktons, or there have been flooding somewhere, or they need to adjust the water parameter. Great importance that you consider the means of filtration, or should I say aeration, of your pond based on the density of the stock in which you have, right? The more dense the tilapia pond is the more mechanism needed so as to aerate the pond. Should there be a pond that is too dense, having a lot of stock, a lot of fish, and the fish are actually swimming and hitting against each other, and the slime is rubbing off, what you'll find is that you'll have more fish actually becoming ill, sick, or even dying, right? So one of the best way so as to ensure that your pond stock is kept healthy is through aeration, a lot of space, and regular maintenance of your water. But knowing several small farmers throughout Jamaica and the Caribbean, right, their space in which they do keep tilapia cichlids are very small. Thus, and it's not within an earthen pond, right? So their fish will practically taste different, and will actually the growth rate will be a much different, because the larger the space, the quicker the fish grow, the quicker the stock turnover, the more income, right? So these are just some things that you ponder when keeping or planning to invest heavily within a tilapia fish farm. Thank you for stopping by. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And hit me up below in the comment section. Ask a question, man. If I can't, I'll get an answer for you in a few days' time. Peace out.